Alright, so today I thought I would make a detailed video outlining changing the transmission fluid in a MK3 Golf VR6. So first thing we're going to do is jack up the car from the passenger side here and we'll get that front left wheel off. So I've removed the wheel and the tray that covers the side of the transmission here and realized that mine seems to be different to all of the other videos. So coming under the front of the car here, we can see up there is our drain bolt to remove. First of all, this is our fill up hole, so we're going to remove that just to make sure we can remove it. And then down back there is our drain hole for it. So we're going to remove this first just to make sure it comes out. That way, if for whatever reason we can't remove the bottom one, we don't have we can't remove this one, we don't leave the transmission empty of fluid. So we're going to try to remove this top one first. I'm going to put the drain container underneath it just to catch any oil if oil does come out of that, and then we'll remove that back one and drain the trans of all of its fluid. And there we have it, no fluid came out of the fill bolt. I'd say this is because the car is jacked up and leaning backwards. So now let's try and remove the drain bolt with success, hopefully. So the oil looks like a nice color. This gearbox was rebuilt in 2008 with the new clutch. So I fully expect this oil is probably only, I'm gonna say 80,000, 70,000 kilometers old, but I just wanted to do it as bunch of my preventative maintenance as I can. I'm just changing all the fluids and all the filters on this car. So we'll let that drain and then we'll start topping this back up. Alright, so we've now got the drain bolt removed and obviously the transmission is draining. I believe this is magnetic, there's a little bit of black stuff on it, but not too much to be concerning at all. So what I'm gonna do before I thread this back in is put some Teflon tape around the threads. We're going to be doing this in the direction of the thread. So as you're screwing it in, you're tightening the Teflon down. We just want to do this to help prevent any leaks, just like changing the O-ring on the oil drain plug when you drain your oil. Perfect. That's not too much and not too little. That's ready to go back in the car. Alright, now that we've drained the fluid, it's time to put new fluid in. This 75W90 fluid is the recommended fluid to put inside the transmission on one of these, and I've got their Performance Smooth Shift. I don't know whether that's just marketing wank or what, but that's what I'm going to be putting in it because this was probably the nicest fluid I could get, and the easy squeeze looked really appealing to filling up this trans. Alright, so we now have this filter or filler hose connected to the bag. I should just be able to put this in the trans, like so, and squeeze the fluid in. Alright, so there we are with the first bag empty. What I'm going to do is lower the car down to be more flat with the ground. Alright, so the car's now about as flat as I can get it. I'm going to keep filling this up now until oil starts coming out of that fill plug. Alright, so as you can see, we've now filled it up. We're just going to let this drain out until it stops running liquid. Then we're going to do the exact same thing, put Teflon tape on the fill plug and put it back in, snug it up, and that is a successful transmission fluid change for this MK3 VR6 Golf. And there we have it, our fill bolt is in. That is a successful oil change for the transmission. If you guys have enjoyed this video and learned how to do it from it, make sure you chuck a like on the video down below. With that being said though, make sure you subscribe to the channel for more content on this Golf because there'll be plenty more of it if you stick around for that. I'll see you guys in the next video, which will be more Golf content.